Hey there. So today I'm going to be doing something actually completely different. Um, I'm going to be actually doing a review, a video game review actually, of I'd say one of my favorite game series of all time. Um, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to order the games personally from what I feel is the worst to the best. Now, this is all my opinion. I'm not trying to force it on anyone or sway anyone to think another way. This is just how I feel. So, um, and yeah, and my opinion is gonna be a little bit. It doesn't exactly line up with what the general Silent Hill fan kind of opinions would be. So I'm going to start with um, the very lowest in the series. Actually, I haven't played all of the. I've played all the games, but I haven't beaten them. So you might be thinking it's silly that I'm doing a review for games that I actually haven't finished yet. But I'll update it once I finish them. I guess I'll make a new video. But um, but I haven't played. See, I haven't even played at all. There was one Silent Hill game that I've never played at all, and that's the PS Vita game, Book of Memories. I saw this on, like, I first learned this about on a YouTube video, with Tom Hewlett explaining um, sort of what it was all about, and um, to be honest, like, I thought it looked like utter garbage. Like how could they take, like, you know, like a game that's supposed to be, horror and supposed to be like, you know, creepy and twisted and like psychological and all that stuff, and turned it into like a, you know, a overhead co-op mess. I don't know. It was really, I don't know. Like, it's personally, like, I don't even want to play it because it's just like not even like, it's like taking another game and slapping the title Silent Hill onto it. Um, but yeah, that's I would say would be the worst one. Um, and I haven't even played it, so I know it's kind of silly for me to say that, but I do think it is. Um, and but the next one above that would be Shattered Memories. Shattered Memories is sort of Shattered Memories is good. Like, it's got a good, like, like, the thing that the positives that I give to Shattered Memories is that it had an interesting world. It had an interesting way you interacted with the world. I thought that was done very well, and at times it had a really great atmosphere. But what what I didn't like about it was the actual gameplay itself. The how you didn't get any weapons and you had to run through everything was sort of made me feel like, you know, it didn't even feel like really much of a game anymore. It just felt like I was running away all the time, and I couldn't. There was very little. Like, the majority of the game was just aimlessly running through these locations, with not a whole lot of thought in it. So, so that's why, like, Shattered Memories is lower, probably lowest on my list. Besides, of course, Book of Memories, which isn't even really a Silent Hill game. Um, Now, the next one above that would say would be Downpour. Downpour is like, Downpour is actually good. Like, it's pretty good, but there was some things that were not really, Like there were some obvious flaws with it. I'm currently I'm trying to replay it to get more out of it, but you know, it had a good story going for it. Like as far as story went, it had potential and stuff, but the like it had the atmosphere wasn't done very well at all, and the monster designs looked just horrible. Like probably like the most sloppily put together monster designs I'd ever seen, and they just kind of threw that together and put it in the game. And not to mention the music was the music wasn't, because Akira Yamaoka had left the series in this game. It just the game just didn't have that kind of Silent Hill feel to it. But yeah, so above Downpour, I would say, I think I would say Origins. Now Origins, I actually liked Origins significantly because it did have a good story, and it kind of had a different kind of gameplay aspect that other Silent Hill games never really. They kind of introduced this new kind of idea where like you can enter the other world through mirrors and stuff like that. I kind of like that kind of thing. I like that how they were kind of like experimenting with that, and it's sort of an innovative thing. They never ever did it again in any other game, but I thought it was pretty cool. But some of the issues with this game are probably that it was a little bit short. Like I know a lot of people say that it is a shorter Silent Hill game. But I liked it. I know a lot of people didn't. I know a lot of people complain about it, but whatever. So now the one that I would put above that would be Silent Hill 4: The Room. Now I've beaten Origins, so I could clearly give you a statement on what I thought about that, and all the other games that I've said previously. But The Room I haven't actually beaten yet. I've been playing through it, but I really like how in The Room, sort of what a lot of people. It's not really the most well-liked game in the series, but I guess because they created like things like like inventory limits and stuff like that. But the story is, I think the story in The Room is very good, and it sort of has a touch of like, the gameplay has a touch of like more of a touch of like scrounging resources than other Silent Hill titles. But also it is really scary. Like The Room freaked me out at times, the way some other Silent Hill games didn't, and it's definitely disturbing. So, and yeah, I'm gonna cut it off here and make this a part 1. I'll make part 2, and I'll post that up soon. So I'll keep you posted.